Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. I am riding back towards Lingris now that I've completed collecting the pages here in Dor Amarth, and I'm looking forward to dealing with the spiders here in Mordor. I had a lot of fun a couple of episodes ago when I first stepped in here, and I'm super eager to get back in there, kill more spiders. As a reminder, I am on landscape difficulty 7. I chose not to increase it again this episode. I just want to play around with it a little bit and see if maybe by the next episode I might increase it. What's the max? 9? We're almost at max anyway. Alright, so let's pick up where we left off a couple of episodes ago. We were following a trail of orcish blood. All the way up there somewhere. Take a look. Yeah, this map is huge. Yeah, anyway, okay. Alright, we're good. Let us follow the trail of blood. Always a good time, following blood. Like it's gonna be maybe, it says like to the south. I guess up and around this hill maybe. Duerthong, quite ominous up here. Right? Orc blood. Dark drops of orcish blood led away from Duerthong. So am I following that way or the other way? That's the real question. Let me follow this way for now. Yeah, we'll keep going this way. Where's the next one? Man, I'm so blind following these little things, I swear. There's another one. I'm assuming this is what I'm looking for, this little camp. I guess not. Alright. There is a quest ring to the south, though. I'm just going to go to that instead of trying to follow these little glowing light things. Even though it's obviously pointing to this giant spidery cocoon thing of doom. Many slain orcs have been laid at the foot of a massive cluster of spider eggs. Man, that is pretty cool. I love the little effect of all the little tiny spiders going in and out. This map is not one for arachnophobia. Alright, next up, we gotta talk to Legolas at the camp. Okay. I almost feel like it's worth... What camp is this? What milestone is that? Alright, never mind. Let me just ride over there. I was wondering if maybe using my milestone skill and then running would be faster, but whatever. We're not that far away. It is interesting to see here in the log that the little spiderlings are at war with each other. They're like fighting each other over here. Really broke my legs for this. Alright, Legolas.
The jagged peaks of Lingris are steeped in fear and evil.
An orc has slain his own kin to offer tribute to the spiders of Lingris? These are strange tidings, my friend. And the Uruk used the name Shelob? It seems Ungawatari is known by that name to the orcs. As for the Silent One, I wonder how he gained such a curious title. Such a name would be well earned of a skilled archer or huntsman. Ah, but these are orcs we speak of. Perhaps this tongue was cut from his mouth for a trifle. If he truly does mean to serve the spiders of Lingris, perhaps he can lead us to the lair of Shelob. There is little time to consider such things here, my friend.
What little light remains here is smothered by webs.
As I feared, my father spoke true of Ungwentari's children. If her spiders come now to the gates of Durthang, they fear no counterstrike from Ugrukor or any other of the Grzul. Even the deception of the enemy could not sway them into his service. And now that Sauron has fallen, nothing remains to restrain them from hunting their prey. I think it unwise to remain still in Lingris over long, and so I believe we should travel to Rath Cail and seek shelter amongst the Morgai. When you are ready, we will depart. Alright, where am I at? I am... Okay, all the way to the south. Okay, to the little milestone here. Excellent. I can set a milestone here, which I will do. Let me bind here. Okay.
So this is where our adventures have led us.
This will do. I suppose it is no worse than anywhere else in the hills of Ephel Duath. Legolas peers into the distance, silently observing Rath Cail. This vale is swarming with foes, but I fear we must pass through it.
So this is where our adventures have led us.
Be still, Kippen. Down in the vale, I see a few gatherings of orcs positioned beside the road. Trackers of some kind, I believe. We shall have to move more carefully from here onward. What did they search for, I wonder? They must realize it is too late to secure the enemy's ring. But it seems that they are more interested in talking than keeping their posts. I see gatherings of orcs by what I believe to be a watchtower, by an orc hold of some sort, and another gathering of them beside the road in the vale. Will you eavesdrop on them, my friend? We might learn more of what has happened in Lingris since the enemy's downfall. I shall keep watch here and stop any orcs from approaching you. Let's go. Alright, we got a harvest fly here. Or a carry-on fly. And it's got a quest ring, so it has to die. Yeah, the damage is super scaled back, unfortunately, with the nasty little landscape difficulty, but it is fun, for sure. As you explore Rath Cail, you have encountered a number of ravening carrion flies. Unlike the more docile ones that you have encountered near the fetid pools of Lingris, these are seemingly content to prey on the living as well as the dead. You should defeat many of the ravening carrion flies and make clear the way through Rath Cail. Alright, I can do that. Did the little baby ones count? They do not. I need like the actual big ones. No, the big one. Big one. Yeah, let me get this guy. Alright, that's two of them. And let me take a look at the map. We're still going down the road here to go eavesdrop on some orcs. Hopefully I can find more flies along the way. Excellent. Alright, here's some orcs. You can hear the hush voices of the orc trackers. You should listen closely. I am listening. I don't hear anything. The towers got us looking for an elf warrior, but Lugvargs found something interesting. Some queer little pots, they said. Maybe they belong to one of the Shagrat let out. Alright, so it sounds like they might have found the pots and pans that Samwise Gamgee threw down. Alright, did that count? It did, so I need to keep going south to eavesdrop some more. Alright, halfway there with those. And another one here. And actually, just those 3 bleeds is enough to kill them. Probably stack the bleed and run away. Did not mean to get that guy. I thought he would have passed by the time my javelin landed, but that's alright. I like throwing the javelin because it puts the little mark on the enemy, right? The mark target. That way they take more damage. Alright, I need one more fly. Let me grab this one. Those 3 bleeds are more than enough. You have defeated many of the ravening carrion flies in Rath Cail and made clear the way for Legolas to continue his search for Ungwentari unhindered. Alright, what are these? So, pocket items. I'll take the agility-based one. Okay, should have another chunk of orcs here. Maybe? There they are. Alright, let's listen. Alright, gotta get a little closer. The Silent One's gone missing, and I don't like it. Little Sneak was at Calamurg until a few days ago, but he's gone now. Alright, I think that was that. One more chunk of eavesdropping to do. Or it should be right here. Alright. As if Lingris couldn't get any worse. Gluprong says Calamurg is in a real mess. They got some disease in the orc hold that eats them from the inside out. Okay, so looks like I'm ready to return to Legolas. Unless I could continue scouting the locations. That way I can just use my milestone skill to go back. Once I've done that. Strongholds of Efelduath.
After returning to Barad-dûr, Lord Sauron considered destroying her. But he soon realized Shelob and her viciousness might still serve him, wittingly or not.
And another page.
Driven only by her hunger, Shelob desired neither an alliance nor conquest, and to Lord Sauron's amusement, she chased him from her lair in the mountains.
I am loving these areas with the pages and how the pages give a little bit of lore to the region and the characters that play a part in it. I think that's a lot of fun. Where am I here? Talath Udui. Did not mean to go to another region, but now that we're here, all is quiet here. Talk to Bredgal here. I don't know if I want to do that. As I continue riding towards it. Yeah, this is like a whole new region. I don't know. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We'll come here a little later. I want to keep things at least somewhat organized. I don't want to be bouncing around between the different regions, you know? Okay, so the Talath Udui quests I'll remove from the tracker for now. Including this one. Okay. Now let's just focus on a couple things at a time here. Okay, so I guess I could just return to Lingrist. That'll be most efficient.
The spiders of this land gnaw the earth itself.
Ah, an elf warrior? I think the orcs may have misjudged Master Samwise. Although, from the sound of it, the orcs of Lugvarg may have found some of our friends' belongings they left behind when they passed through Mordor. It is curious that the orcs of this Kala Murg are unaware of the Silent One's treachery. They think him missing? I suppose they cannot spare much thought for him, while a strange disease is spreading through the orc hold. The disease must be a potent one.
I do not like the look of this place, my friend.
Kippen, what did you hear of Kala Murg? You tell Legolas about the disease ravaging Kala Murg and the orc tracker Glupronk that was mentioned by the orcs. This Glupronk must lead the orc trackers in their search for the elf warrior. It is likely he knows many of the hidden paths of Lingris, and his knowledge may be useful in our search. Travel to Kala Murg and seek the orc Glupronk. If he bears any orders, take them, and we shall see what can be learned from them. Be careful, Kippen. We know little of the disease that has taken the orcs.
The jagged peaks of Lingris are steeped in fear and evil.
So the orcs at Lugvarg have found a queer set of pots. I wonder if these aren't the very pots that Master Samwise carried with him. If the orcs of Lugvarg have truly found Frodo and Sam's belongings, we would do well to reclaim them. Kippen, travel to Lugvarg and see what the orcs have found. Certainly, Master Elf. Now, what I'm wondering is, what about that quest for Atli? Talk to Atli. Yeah, I still need to go complete that. I wonder if I should go do that. Where am I here? Yeah, I don't know where he is. I'm just gonna do the quest around here for now. We'll worry about that later. I don't want to get pulled in 30,000 directions. Let's just keep questing. Find and confront Glupronk. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Glupronk the Taker. Oh, he's one of those, like, deed guys. Not gonna fight him. I'll do that at the end of the season. I ran, like, straight into him. I was just minding my own business. Next thing I know, I saw, like, an on-level green... Well, not on-level, but he aggroed on me, okay? Elite Master. Alright, we got Kala Murg here. We got Quest Ring on the Hollowing Orc. I cannot see. My damned eyes have gone. Is that you, Glupronk? The orc sniffs frantically at the air around him. Nah, you don't have his scent. I'm hollowing, and there's no way out of that. I'll be like the Zavar High soon, and I don't want that. No orc should want that. Old Shelob let her children crawl around with us and feast on our insides. Some live, some don't, but all of them are carrying around who knows what in their guts. I think the dead ones are the lucky ones if you ask me. You're probably pretty fond of orc slaying, stranger, so if you see any like me, make sure you do them in. The orc spits vaguely in your direction, and then draws a knife and stabs his own throat. My goodness. Mercifully defeat the orcs. And unfortunately, I am stuck in combat, which is super annoying. Oh, he was like chasing me that whole time. Wow, he just now left. That's crazy. While exploring Kalamurg, you have discovered disgusting rations kept in crates by orcs. The crates ooze with maggots and what seems to be spider venom or blood. Even the orcish standards, this seems an undesirable meal. You should burn the crates and rations and ensure that they are not the cause of the hallowing.
Indeed, through his wisdom, she became the guardian of the western pass into Mordor. In return, he sent her his prisoners and lesser orcs to feast on.
Within the shadow corners of Kalamurg, you have discovered clusters of spider eggs that twitch and ooze with a new brood of spiders. The orcs of Kalamurg appear to have destroyed every egg they found, but these have gone unnoticed or were laid more recently. You should destroy the remaining clusters of eggs in the hope that they will prevent more of the orcs from hollowing and becoming more dangerous foes. Alright, lots of stuff to do here. Ooh, what is in here? That looks interesting. I don't know if I want to go in there just yet. Let me just continue doing some of the things outside. Man, that is a lot of stuff. And last egg cluster. You have done well to destroy many clusters of spider eggs in Kalamurg, preventing the remaining orcs from succumbing to the hollowing and becoming even more dangerous. Alright, next. Gotta burn more rations. Here's one. Oh, I forgot I gotta be killing these orcs, huh? Okay. Very good. Deed bestowed here. I guess I have to just look at the ones that are looking like measly and pathetic. Alright. Let him bleed out. Let him bleed out too. Then this one. Okay. Another orc. And another. Probably gonna aggro all of these, but that's alright. Try to get both of these in my AoE range here. Good. And let's see. Should be a couple more around here. Looking for these hallowing orcs and then also some stores to burn. The little chests are very annoying because they're like getting in the way of finding everything else I need. Alright, done with that one. Although the orcs remain foes of the free peoples of Middle-earth, you have shown a great mercy in sparing the orcs of Cail a vile fate. Alright, there's like one more crate over there somewhere. I just don't see it. Unless it's actually in here. Yeah, there are some here. I guess let me explore. You have burned many of the crates of distasteful rations in Cail. Although it remains unclear if these rations led to the hollowing of the orcs of Cail, it seemed a good course. Yeah, let's see what we have in here. Bile-covered bow. A gruesome figure shambles out from the shadows. Glupronk. The hollowed. Alright, let me fight him here. Alright, good little interrupt there. Oh man, lag. Bad lag. It's alright. Okay, new deed there. Got everything I needed here. Read Glupronk's missive from Cirith Ungol. The missive warns of an elf warrior that slew the garrison of Cirith Ungol and stuck Shelob. You're going to find the elf warrior, or the high up is going to hear about it. No excuses this time. J.R.R. claims the last garrison tore itself over a trinket, but I don't believe it. Nothing's worth that much. Even if J.R.R. was telling the truth, the elf warrior stuck a pin into Shelob and we haven't seen her ladyship since. We cannot allow the Hollowed to impede the search. Kill them and burn what's left of your stores and then send the trackers to hunt Sulukil in Dor Armarth. Nurin's not sending more for a week, so sort it out. One last thing, if the Silent One passes through Cail, send him back to Cirith Ungol. I have need of his skills, Captain Roglarg. Okay. Anything else in here? No, it seems pretty dead end. Alright, nothing much here in this cave. And then I gotta find Frodo and Sam's belongings. That's a fun little quest. still somewhat following in the footsteps of the Fellowship, you know? Recovering their lost trinkets, their abandoned goods. Alright, it is probably going to be in here. Quest ring. While searching Lugvarg for evidence the Road Watcher spoke of, you have discovered that Lugvarg guards a pass from the battlement of Mag Ostun in Dor Armarth. If the Free Peoples intend to stage a large incursion into Lingris in the coming days, the way must be made clear. Sure thing. Alright, let me fight these. Bit of lag. Alright, let me see. Let me just try to AoE some of these guys down. I wasn't in range for this guy. Oh no! I always forget Resounding Strike is like absolutely deadly. I'm gonna get some healing gambits up. Oh, bad day, bad day, bad day. That was stupid. I forgot the Resounding Strike pretty much aggroes everybody. And I forgot I'm on landscape difficulty. That was a bad time. That was a bad time, you guys. How disappointing. Oh, man. Alright, well, it is what it is. Let me get both of these. Alright, I'll let that one bleed out. I'll grab this one. I need one more. What? Is it a sentry? No, I need just like a regular warrior. It's alright, I'll fight these two. Start out with the Desolation. Okay, done with that. You have defeated many orcs at Lugvarg and made clear the road for Mag Ostun in Dor Armarth. Alright, still looking for Frodo and Sam's things here. So there they are, Samwise pots. These appear to be Samwise Gamgee's damaged cooking pots. Treasure cache, again, I will make at some point. It'll be towards the Deed episode of the season. I need to find Frodo's belongings. Tattered cloak. This tattered cloak is covered in briars. Alright, so we must now return to Legolas. I can certainly do that.
So this is where our adventures have led us.
What have you found, Kippen? You hand Legolas the missive of Kirithungol. Are you certain the orcs have confused Master Samwise with the elf warrior? This Captain Roglarg seems to think Sam slew an entire garrison of orcs by himself. Master Samwise is a loyal and brave hobbit, but he is no practiced warrior. Stranger still, Captain Roglarg speaks of the elf warrior sticking a pin in Shelob. A mere blade could not wound such an ancient creature, not on its own. If only Sam had told us about his encounter with Shelob. There can no longer be any doubt. Ungwetari still dwells in the Efelduath, but she now tends to her wounds in the shadowed caverns of the mountains.
What little light remains here is smothered by webs.
Legolas chuckles at your approach. I'm sorry, Kippen, but I didn't expect them to find so many of Master Samwise's pot. What a find. We shall have to return them to Sam when we depart from Mordor. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying the season and the series. Thank you guys for watching and all your continued support throughout all these years. It is the 10th year anniversary since I started this series, so it's an exciting milestone. Glad to be in it. See you guys next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.